Well, hello and welcome to the channel. Today you join me, well, I'm at a place called the Ferry Glen. No, it's not the one in North Wales and it's not the one in Scotland. It's in Wigan. So get your pie, put it in a balm and enjoy this video. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, that's actually a Wigan delicacy. So I've got a couple of issues with today. First one being, it's a location I've never been to. I've never heard of it either. So yeah, it's interesting sort of to explore. From what I've seen so far, yeah, it looks quite picturesque. Now the issue we've not had any rain in the past, well, fortnight really. I was working over the weekend and we've had brilliant sunshine, really warm weather. And last night we had snow. The good old British weather, hey? So the stream that runs through this is extremely dry, even with the rain or snow that we had last night. So this is more of a scouting exercise, it's more of an understanding what this location has to offer. But don't worry, I'll take some images and we'll see what we can come up with. Now the second issue, which is my personal issue, is on my last vlog I managed to lose my batteries, my spare batteries for the Osmo. Now, not a big deal because I've got 100% on this one and it should take us through the morning, certainly with this being a scouting exercise. But yeah, I'm going to have to limit actually what I record. So I'll probably do the outro and bits and pieces from home and sort of explain what this place has to offer later on when I get back. Honestly, I could have kicked myself when I realised what I've done. I picked my camera bag up, the zip wasn't on properly, everything went everywhere, and I thought I'd picked everything up. Clearly I haven't. Rookie error. But not to worry, we're going to crack on with this vlog. We're going to see what we can get from this location, and yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good one. So it appears we've had just enough rainfall for that waterfall in the distance to happen really. So yeah, it's quite interesting actually the way the light's just hitting it. The clouds sort of going over, it's quite windy today actually. It's more windy than it probably looks. But yeah, the clouds are moving over quite fast, and yeah, you can really see the difference once the cloud blocks the sun and it sort of takes the shine off the waterfall. So I'm just sort of playing around here for a couple of minutes just to sort of see what I can get, and yeah, I'll show those results. Because the light's forever changing, it's constantly a waiting game. You're going from, as we've got now, cloudy, to sunlight. As you can tell by the light on my face now, we're starting to get a little bit of light again. So yeah, it's constantly fighting the light here, which is good because it gives me time to sort of take a few shots whilst the light's lighting the waterfall and the surrounding areas, giving quite some mottled light in there as well. And what I'm looking for is these sort of dark and moody shots where the shadows are actually really quite dark, but the waterfall is really bright, and some of the foliage around there is also hit by the light as well. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for now, trying to get some of that incorporated into, incorporated into the image. But yeah, like I said, it is just a waiting game. There's a bit of cloud moving over now. We're actually forecast for a little bit of rain this afternoon as well, so no doubt that will come whilst I'm out here as well. But yeah, so far I've taken the coat off. It's still a little bit chilly, but while I'm running around here it's getting a little bit warm. So yeah, just sort of enjoying the sunshine while I can. It's just great not being in work. Honestly, over the weekend we've had temperatures up to like 17-18 degrees. Been getting into the car when it's been finishing work and it's been absolutely glorious. It's been warm outside, but there's not been the sunsets. It's not been the perfect weather to actually go out and do a shoot, so I've sort of just come home after work and finished. That said, doing a 12-hour day shift when I'm normally used to doing night shifts, my gosh, that has taken out of me, absolutely taken out of me. But yeah, back on nights again, sort of normal service presumes from here. So oh, anyway, enough whinging, let's do some photography. This waterfall does seem to be the main feature around here. It's actually quite pretty. It's not massive, it's not huge. There's quite a bit of debris in there, but I'm kind of working around it. So I've just come up on the side of the bank now, and I'm just taking an image just with a bit of the foliage in the front of the, I'm not sure if you can see that there, a bit of foliage in front, and I'm just waiting for the light to hit it. Hopefully it won't be too long. Take that shot and yeah, still work it a little bit. I'm going to head down further in towards the Glen and just sort of see what else this place has to offer really, and yeah, just sort of see where it's worth coming back. But so far I think it's actually quite picturesque, and it's only about 40 minutes drive away from where I live, and yeah, it's quite nice. So I've just been informed by a local that there's another waterfall further down, so I'm just going to head that way now and just sort of see what it has to offer. But yeah, this is certainly one to come back to. Like I say, this is more of a scouting exercise. It's one of those places that I wasn't really expecting much, and I was really wondering whether to bring the vlogging camera out with me, certainly with having the one battery. But no, I think it's paying off. I think this is definitely a come back to location. Yeah. I think it's always good to come to these recommended locations and just sort of scout them out. Normally I'd recommend scouting them out first before bringing the vlogging camera and yeah, doing a video and going full guns blazing, but yeah, when do I ever listen? Hardly ever. So I'm actually at the top of the waterfall now. It's only just probably a 2-minute walk further down, but yeah, it's looking quite good from what I can see. So yeah, just going to go down there now and sort of see what this second waterfall has to offer. But it's absolutely gorgeous here. I would never ever have expected to have seen this on the outskirts of Wigan. Lesson learned, I guess. I really can't believe that a few years ago I used to live in Wigan, and yeah, this was almost on my doorstep. It's less than a bike ride away, certainly. It's probably a good sort of Sunday walk, and I never knew about this place. Yeah, I feel a little bit cheated. I feel like almost as if I'm in North Wales or Lake District, not Parbold or Wigan. Yeah, it's really quite strange. But anyway, I'm working this location now. There's a few shots I've got further down, but I'm working, sort of focusing on this main waterfall at the moment, just spinning around. So that thing there. The sunlight is just about to hit it now, so I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Might be able to get some spray off the waterfall. I might be able to get some sort of light rays as it comes through. Yeah, I'm just sort of sticking around here and working it. What was going to be just a bit of a sort of scouting exercise, I'm really just going to focus on the images and yeah, just sort of really work it while I've got this brilliant light conditions, sort of loads of mottled light, and obviously with it being quite a heavy woodland, yeah, it seems to work really well. So yeah, I'm going to stick around here, work it, see what I can come up with, and yeah, I'm just flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. Do people still use the word flabbergasted anymore? Right, let's crack on, let's get some images, and yeah, join you in a little bit. So I've just headed a little bit further downstream, so I'm going to take some images from down here. There's a little bridge there, and just sort of see what can work from here. I met another YouTuber. I'll put his name up here, and yeah, he was sort of saying it thins out a little bit when the further you get down, like most of these sort of places. But yeah, it's just an absolute treat being here. It's absolutely glorious, and yeah, I really can't get over actually how beautiful it is. It's certainly one to return to. We've already got wild garlic, as you can see. In the background there, we've got wild garlic, and we're going to have a lot of bluebells here as well. So yeah, this is certainly one to come back to, and yeah, get those bluebell shots. As photographers and YouTubers, creators, whatever we are, we're always sort of scouting locations to try and understand where the best shots will be for, like the bluebells, the poppies, things like wild garlic. And yeah, as the sort of seasons change, we're always on the hunt, always on the lookout for where these locations are. And I think I found my bluebell video. who knows. Right, I'm going to continue taking a few more images now. The battery on the Osmo is not doing too bad. We're on about, I've got about 15% left battery, so yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more B-roll, get a few more bits and pieces whilst I'm here, and then yeah, I'll do the outro once I get home. So yeah, let's crack on, get some images, and we'll see what we can get. Oh, get comfortable. Well, I'm back home. The Osmo actually managed to survive. I think I had about 3% left of the battery as I packed everything into the car, so it did quite well. So my initial thoughts on the Ferry Glen in Wigan. Well, this time last week I didn't even know it existed. It was recommended to me, and normally when places are recommended, they're normally great for a walk, they're normally great for taking dogs, they're normally great for taking the children, but for photography they just don't have that certain thing. But that location does. I was a little bit apprehensive about going yesterday, certainly with the lack of rain we've had over the past couple of weeks. I thought maybe the waterfalls would be completely dry and yeah, there wouldn't be anything to take. So yeah, it was a bit of a risk, bit of a gamble to actually take the vlogging camera, but I'm so glad I did. I think the water levels were just right. The problem with waterfalls, too little and you're kind of just taking photographs of rocks, too much rainfall, and yeah, it kind of gets lost. The story in the image is just cascading water. But I think what we had yesterday was just right. Let me know in the comments what you thought about those images. As I mentioned in the video, it's certainly one to return. I'm going to return there once the bluebells are out, once we've got some wild garlic. I think that will really make quite a strong feature of that location. But I also want to return as well when we've had a bit more rain, just to see if we can get any more drama. There's a location not far away called Dean Woods, and I've done a couple of vlogs from there, and I've got some quite good images from there as well. But the Ferry Glen just tops it. It's going to be definitely one to return to. So on to the images. All of them were took with the Nikon D850, and I took two lenses. I took the 12-24 and the 24-70, but I mainly used the 24-70 purely for the fact that does have a polarizing filter on it. The wide angle 12-24 doesn't. I've not actually purchased a polarizing filter for that, but with that 24-70 with that polarizing filter on, gave me the images as the sort of look I was looking for. Deep shadows and not blowing out the highlights, but trying to get everything as bright as it could, so you've got a real contrast within those images. Certainly hope that's the way it's come across. And with the polarizing filter on as well, I've also managed to get a lot of colour, certainly out of the greens of the mosses and some of the foliage around as well. So although your eye isn't automatically drawn to the waterfall, there's plenty more to look at the images. So the last two images I took were just further down the river, just sort of shooting onto the bridge. I wasn't too happy with them, they're not great, but I've just sort of shown them just to sort of see what you can get from that location. I think with a little bit of more work, a little bit more of a mindset down there, yeah, I think you should probably be able to get something. I was just so happy with the waterfall images that, yeah, I probably lost my train of thought a little bit towards the end. After those two images, it actually started to snow. It was forecast to have rain and a lot of the cloud came across, and whilst I was packing away, yeah, snow was starting to fall. Not massively, not enough to actually take any images of, but just, yeah, a couple of small flakes. Quite bizarre. So it's probably time to finish this vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed it, hope you've enjoyed the videos, hope you've managed to get something away from this as well, and I hope I've inspired you to actually go and have a look at this location if you're ever in the Northwest. Even if it's not for photography and just a nice walk, it's certainly recommended. If you've enjoyed this video and haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you on board of this channel. And if you've liked the images and you've liked the vlog, give me the thumbs up, that'll really help. Also let me know who you are, where you're from in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. So from Warrington today, the Ferry Glen yesterday, it's time to say goodbye. All the best, take care, and I'll see you very, very soon on the next vlog. Bye bye now.